Halloween, everyone. We're going to, on today's episode, create and carve a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. So there are various knives that you can use. The one that I'm using right now to cut the top of the pumpkin is called a paring knife. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve along the outline. Just first making an incision almost, not going all the way in. Just following along the line as best as possible. And sometimes it's a little tricky to control your blade, which is why I like using a smaller knife to get started. But if you're better adept than I am at using a bigger knife, you certainly can. I also think it depends on how big your pumpkin is, how tough the skin is. It's a little tough. But whatever makes you feel comfortable, and of course, be very careful when using a knife. Trying to stay within the lines as best as possible. Now, I made a squiggly line just because I thought it would look kind of cool instead of just a regular circular one. Just did it for creative art's sake. A little bit more cutting. I'll be able to raise the top. And there it is. Woohoo! Look at all those wonderful pumpkin seeds. Oh my goodness, all the pulp. So now we're going to actually scoop out, obviously, all of the pulp and the seeds from inside. So I'm going to use a big spoon to do so. And I'm tempted to save the seeds, especially now that I've opened it up and see how much is in here. Because, of course, if you save the seeds, you can roast them and have yourself a pumpkin seed snack. So we've just finished carving out the inside of the pumpkin, so it's nice and hollow. And now we're going to carve the facial features of the pumpkin. So again, I'm going to use a paring knife like I used to cut the top. I'm just slowly following the outline. I'm just going down. I'm not pushing the knife all the way through just yet, because again, I kind of like to score it first and then go back in like for a second or a third cut if I need to, which I usually do when I'm using a paring knife. And of course, as I mentioned before, be very careful with the knife. Handle it very carefully because, well, it's a knife. And you don't want any accidents trying to create art, right? Careful as possible, because if you make a big enough mistake, it could ruin the face of the pumpkin. You don't want that to happen. No, I don't. So just, again, take your time with that. And cut slowly and gently. When you go to pop out the shapes, like I'm trying to pop out the eye now, if you feel a resistance, just go through it one last time. Okay, I think it should pop out now. Jack-o'-lantern face that I chose is the basic, standard you know, jack-o'-lantern face, but there are so many creative things that you can do with the face. Just all kind of different, cute, silly, some actually pretty scary looking faces, but I just figured let's start with the basic, and then next videos for next Halloween we can get a little bit more detailed. Jack-o'-lantern has a goofy grin, a toothless grin, and so why would ours be any different? You're going to give him a toothless grin. So now that we finished carving our jack-o'-lantern, the last step is to place a candle inside. So just remove the top, and using a cookie cutter on the sharper edge, you're going to place it inside of the pumpkin. Now, when you place it in, just give it a little push so it'll kind of wedge itself to the bottom of the pumpkin. And then taking a candle, you're going to place that inside of the cookie cutter. Okay, now it's time to light. And there you have it. A jack-o'-lantern for Halloween that is sure to add to your decoration and enthrall your trick-or-treaters and have a spectacular time. So if you would like more Halloween inspiration or ideas, just visit us at jessica-tate.com. Happy Halloween, everyone. Boo.